This is Queen Nzinga of the Ndongo and Matamba kingdoms, which were in present-day Angola. As a child, she got both political and military training alongside her father, and she also learned how to read, write, and speak in Portuguese, which would come in handy later in her adult life. After her father died, her brother assumed the throne, and he didn't make the greatest moves as king. He lacked the political and military prowess necessary to defend his kingdom against the Portuguese. But you know who did have the political and military prowess? His sister, Nzinga. So he summoned her and asked her to go to Luanda on his behalf to negotiate peace with the Portuguese. When she arrived, it's said that the Portuguese officials all had chairs, and she was only provided a mat to sit on. She peeped that they were trying to play her, so she called one of her servants over and had them kneel over and be her chair, so she could be on the same level as the Portuguese officials when she said what she had to say. The negotiations went well, a treaty was signed and ratified, and Nzinga even got baptized and converted to Catholicism, taking on the name Ana de Souza. Unfortunately, after Nzinga's brother died, that peace didn't last because the Portuguese backed out of their agreement and continued to expand their reach and become even more involved in the slave trade. Nzinga then assumed the throne and also annexed the neighboring Matamba kingdom as a part of her reign. Queen Nzinga would continue to use her savviness to outsmart her opponents and her political and military expertise to lead troops and engage in wars against the Portuguese colonial forces, and eventually entered into another treaty with them, which recognized Queen Nzinga as the ruler of the Ndongo and Matamba kingdoms, but also unfortunately allowed the Portuguese to continue trading slaves in the region. Queen Nzinga would reign over the Ndongo and Matamba kingdoms for almost 40 years, until her death in 1663, and although the Portuguese continued to have a strong colonial presence in Angola for centuries, she is known today as a hero for her efforts and the mother of Angola, who laid the groundwork for Angola to eventually become free. My name is Marissa, and I hope you learned something.